allow him to rest. The president is very clear, all of us are clear. One of the legacies of Raila Odinga is the political party by ODM. And some of us are founder members of ODM. And as the president has said, we will protect ODM, we will allow ODM to thrive. And I'm happy with the message that came from all political leaders, especially the ODM leadership, that insisted that ODM will either form government or be part of government, and they will not be part of opposition politics. And I think that will be the greatest. And I'm happy most of the leaders said, before Raila died, he told them that you stay in broad base. When I walk around engaging watu kwa ground, they will remain where the king has left them, and that is broad base. And I think for people like my brother and my friend, by the way, Senator Sifuna is Edwin. I told him 6 to 4 months ago that if he doesn't change his ways and the Saul Paul Damascus moment, his days will be numbered in ODM, because you could tell he was the only one owed out from the speech and even from the dressing attire. First and foremost, allow me and pass my deepest condolences for the passing of the evolution defender, the human rights defender, the promoter of the Constitution 2010, the icon, the Pan-Africanist, a true hero and a patriot who always chose the country over himself. I had the honor to accompany members of Kalenjin community, elected members of Kalenjin community and Kalenjin elders, to present over 80 bulls to signify the 8 years that His Excellency Right Honorable Engineer Enigma Raila Amolo Odinga Arab Mibe. In fact, as a community, we had christened him Arab Mibe since 2007 when President William Ruto led the Rift Valley and the Kalenjin community to support Raila Amolo Odinga Arab Mibe to the man. So we were happy, we were honored to be welcomed by Mama Ida Odinga and the family, and the brother Oburu Odinga, who is the head of the family, my colleague in the Senate, the youth leader. And we did present our gift as per the Luo tradition, and we passed our deepest condolences on behalf of our community and all of us, and on behalf of Kenyans, and to reassure the community, though the big three, the man Raila Amolo Odinga has rested. So we met the people. What impressed me is that the passion among the neighbors, the villagers, because that is, all of us come from a village. The community was palpable. They really love Raila Amolo Odinga. They were crying. They were they were mourning over king that has rested. We were shocked that majority of the people, even who are mourning, I don't want to get what Junaid said, but majority of the people who are mourning were young people, the ones you call Gen Z. Majority who are mourning, and it was very, very sad when we received his body, and assured the family of the support as a community, as elected leaders of this republic. Personally, in conclusion, I had an opportunity of interacting latest with Raila Amolo Odinga when he visited Senate and shared with us as a Senate what his dream for a working devolution means for all of us. And you remember when he walked to the Senate, he insisted that the Senate should be strengthened, the Senate should be made the upper house, the Senate should be given more powers to be the protector of devolution in this country. And he told us the hallmark of the Constitution 2010 is devolution that will ensure there is equality and equity in terms of development across the country. So that was the latest that came past. Also, you know, Benji and Dibal, we were also with him. If you see some of the pictures when we met celebrating the devolution conference in Homa Bay. So he's a man that some of us look up to in the leadership. And I'm impressed, Benji, sorry for taking long, that he's the only politician that does not do handouts or mobilization. You know, I saw at his home state, there were thousands and thousands of the people And the people, the Raila is the only politician in the recent time, Benji, to Debal not to use mobilization to give handouts. He is the only politician, Benji and Debal, that can pick you and make you to be somebody. He can pick you from Nandi, from Kisumu, from Malindi, and bring you to the capital city and make you a governor, a senator, a member of parliament, an MCA. I don't think there is any other politician that matches the master class or the grandmaster by the name Raila Odinga. So as a young leader, I am a bit disappointed that I didn't have a lot of time to interact with him. But the little I did interaction with him, I'm happy that I've learned a lot from him. That you can always, and I think as young leaders, we need to learn this. You can always choose peace, choose the country over ourselves. And that is why even before he passed on, when we had a parliamentary group meeting at Karen, KCB Karen, he said, and it is on record and you media covered, he said it's better to have an imperfect country than to have no country at all. He was just speaking to Gen Zs and telling them, if you bring the country down, if you burn the country down, where will you be demanding for these human rights? Who will you be agitating against? And I agree with his philosophy that he always chose the country over himself. And I think even as we celebrate his life, as we have rested him, I want also to thank the president with a lot of tremendous respect that he allowed the stature of Raila Amolo Odinga to be given state funeral with full military honors. And I think that is the only thing. That is the minimum thing that we can be thankful for the country. The only thing we could be bare minimum, to celebrate the life of Raila Amolo Odinga was to accord him a state funeral with full military honors, because he has sacrificed his family, he has sacrificed his life, he has sacrificed many, the Bal and Benji and all of us who are, even including speakers and the listeners here, the freedom we enjoy even now to discuss, to criticize, to engage. In fact, our neighboring countries don't enjoy the freedom. It is courtesy of the people like Raila Odinga. That is why we can have this conversation without fear of being abducted, without fear of being victimized, without fear of being. It is because of what Raila Amolo Odinga, alongside other patriots, stood for and championed for the freedom of rights and many others. So let us celebrate Raila Odinga. He has done a lot for this country. I think, to me, let's allow him to rest. Finally, the president is very clear, all of us are clear, that one of the legacies of, I heard Benji alluding to it, one of the legacies of Raila Odinga is the political party by ODM. And some of us are founder members of ODM. And as the president has said, we will protect ODM, we will allow ODM to thrive. And I'm happy with the message that came from all political leaders, especially the ODM leadership, that insisted that ODM will either form government or be part of government, and they will not be part of opposition politics. And I think that will be the greatest. And I'm happy most of the leaders said, before Raila died, he told them that you stay in broad base. When I walk around engaging watu kwa ground, they were telling me the villagers there in Hapo, Jeremukagongo, Hapo Bondo, Hapo within Bondo, Hapo, I was interacting with the mourners, and they told me the king said stay in the broad-based government. And he said he will come and tell us. So they were telling me now that the king has rested, and we are sure he has gone to be our forefathers, there is no time he will come and tell us to leave broad-based. So he said in the honor of the king, they will remain where the king has left them, and that is broad-based. And I think for people like my brother and my friend, by the way, Senator Sifuna is Edwin Sifuna is a man, Watenya is a man I have tremendous respect. He's serving his first term. I'm his senior in politics, and he's the ODM SG. But I told him in the floor of the house, and I wish the ball in future, you can look for that footage in the answer. I told him 6 to 4 months ago that if he doesn't change his ways, and the Saul Paul Damascus moment, his days will be numbered in ODM, because you could tell he was the only one owed out from the speech and even from the dressing attire today. So pole sana, pole to all Kenyans, pole to Baba supporters, pole to Africa, pole to all of us. I thank you, and I yield the bar.